Speaking of TNA, has TNA ever contacted you about going there? You know, all the times where, you know, you renew your contract every year. You know, we talked about on the show, you know, every year you renew your contract. But has TNA ever like, you know, called you or fielded you out, you know, hey, you'd like to, you know, come here to do commentary or wrestle?
Well, you know, there's just this last time back in, I guess my contract was up in January, and that was when, you know, we talked about this before. This in January, they told me, man, King, we really just don't have anything else for you right now. And so I thought, you know, I was being released, and they said, hey, if you can think of anything, you know, call us back. But right now we don't have anything. So I'm just kind of sitting at home. I'm still getting paid. I'm still under contract. This was like in December, and so. But then, as everybody knows, then, you know, before my contract was actually out, they called me back and we worked out something. You know, we worked out another contract. So I was never not under contract with WWE, but there was a lot of speculation that I was gone from the company. You know, a lot of fans when I was taken off the air off of SmackDown. So a lot of people thought that I was gone, but I was never really not under contract to WWE, re-signed it. But during that time, I did get a call from Jeff Jarrett, and this was, you know, Jeff was still sort of doing the GF Global Force Wrestling,
Right.
But we all knew that he was always sort of still involved with TNA, and now I think they've really gotten, you know, I guess completely back together, where Jeff is one of the main guys there at TNA again. But I did get a call from Jeff just saying, hey, we were just wondering if you re-signed with the WWE or not. And it was one of those things where I got right back to him and said, yeah, I did already re-sign with him. And he said, okay, thanks. And that was it. It was as simple as that, you know. And so I'm sure had I not signed, that probably the door would have been open there to do something.
You know what's interesting? You know, the timing of that was, you know, Impact Wrestling was really pushing JR, like what JR's events, where he does like his, like, kind of not stand up, but he has like events, people could come out and he tells stories and whatnot. You know, they were really pushing in the Orlando area, you know, JR's events. You know, and JR was, you know, a free agent. Man, imagine that. Imagine if, you know, you weren't with WWE and you know, possibly went to TNA and they brought JR and, you know, get the band back together.
Well, without a doubt. I mean, I'm sure that's what was in their minds, and it was possibly in the mind of JR as well, because I spoke to JR frequently during that time when, you know, I told JR that I thought I was being released and that you know, that they didn't have anything else for me, and it was funny. JR said, "Oh, don't worry, King. They'll offer you," and I forget what he said. Was I think he's called it, they'll offer you some keep you off the street money. And I said, what do you mean keep you off the street money? He said, well, that's just basically a contract to keep you from going anywhere else.
Yeah. And now JR's signed for 2 years with WWE.
It's keep you off the street money.
Yeah.
He and I both now are getting keep you off the street money.
So I mean, obviously, you know, Jarrett's a smart guy. So I mean, obviously, if you would have left, and then, you know, JR is a free agent, you know, that would be a no-brainer getting you two back together for TNA. That would have caused some little shockwaves.
Oh yeah, I think it could have caused a lot of shockwaves. But you know what? I swear to you, I mean, if they had been serious, or if I had not signed back with the WWE and they contacted me about coming there and working for them, I would say I would do it under one condition.
What's that?
Get rid of that stupid 6-sided ring.